Welcome to Quarantine with Clark, the show that asks West Dodge Station staff questions kids want to know, and some they probably don't. I'm your host, Mr. Clark, and today my guest is Mrs. Parker, our amazing music teacher. Mrs. Parker, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mr. Clark. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You bet. So I just want to ask you a few questions, real easy, just to let the kids of West Dodge Station get to know you just a little bit better. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
All right. First of all, where were you born and raised?
So I was born in Holdridge, Nebraska, which is a small town in central Nebraska. And I grew up on two different farms south of Lexington. An interesting fact, the first farm I grew up on was close to Lincoln's hometown. We went to the same school for several years, and then I moved to another farm and went to school in Lexington, Nebraska.
Nice. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have one brother. His name is Grant. He's younger than I am, and he lives with his family in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. And then kids. Do you have any kids at home?
I do. I have two teenage boys. Thomas is 16, and he is a sophomore at Elkhorn High School. And Graham is 13, and he is a seventh grader at Grandview Middle School.
And that's crazy because I remember both of them coming through and being just little guys, and now I know that they're a lot taller than a lot bigger than they used to be.
Right.
Yeah. What about pets? Do you have any pets at home?
The only pets we have are a few fish, and they live in Grant's room. We take really good care of them.
Awesome. What about hobbies? What are your hobbies?
Well, I love, particularly during our quarantine, I love taking walks with my family. Baking is a hobby of mine. Singing on our church worship team and playing music at home. And there was my husband hopping in. He's working from home too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's about how I spend my free time.
It sounds like the same way that a lot of people are trying to spend their free time a little bit. So hidden talents. What are some hidden talents that most people might not know about you?
Oh, goodness. I would say decorating and home design kinds of things. I love to decorate my house, and I think I do a decent job at it.
Nice. So other than getting married and having kids, what has been the most exciting moment of your life?
You know, I think the time where I felt the most excited and nervous was, I think it was in 2014 when I got the news Station Sensation Choir had been chosen to sing at the Nebraska Music Educators Conference.
Nice.
And I remember getting that phone call, and I couldn't stop shaking. My heart was pounding. I was so excited and nervous all at the same time. And I got the news right before we had a choir concert to tell everybody at school that we were chosen.
Yeah, I mean, Station Sensation you do such an awesome job with those guys. I love going with you guys every year on the Christmas tour when you go to the assisted living villages and the retirement homes. So you do a great job with that.
Thanks. Our kids are fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. So changing gears just a little bit. Growing up, what would be one of the strangest or oddest jobs that you may have had?
So I started working as early as I could. I was 14, I had my first job, and I did all sorts of things, and none of them were really unusual. But the job I loved the most was when I went to the city service building. And that's where all of the electric department for the city and the street crews and the water crews, they were all housed out of that one building. And that was a really fun and interesting job.
I bet you saw all kinds of stuff that the behind the scenes type of information and things going on would be very interesting.
It was very interesting and fun.
Oh, I'm sure. So then other than education and other than teaching, what job would you like to do?
Yeah, so I would love to help people decorate their houses. That'd be fun. And the other fun job I've thought about doing is helping people like budget for their money and help them make a plan for to have healthy finances.
Oh, that would be cool. That'd be fun. It'd be challenging, but yeah, that would be really fun. Okay. So now, superpowers. Would you choose invisibility or to be able to fly?
I think flying would be super neat. I'm terrified of heights, Mr. Clark.
Me too.
Terrified.
The ability to fly, I think, is what everybody is, or not everybody, a lot of people are picking. But yeah, I'm the same way. I think I would rather be able to fly, but not very high because yeah, I'm kind of afraid of heights too. So
Yeah, although being invisible, I don't know. I've said numbers of times how I'd like to be a fly on the wall somewhere.
yeah. The invisibility would definitely come in handy. You could, I don't know, you might be able to get yourself in trouble with invisibility though. So now, being the music teacher, these next two questions are probably skewed in your favor, and I probably know the answer to at least the first one. Do you sing loudest in the shower, in the car, or both equally as loud?
The car.
Really?
I do. If I am singing though in the morning, like if I'm singing for church, I do warm up in the shower.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So then,
but in the car for sure.
In the car. So then, are you a windows down type of singer where you don't, you want everybody, you want to share your talent with everybody, right?
Windows up.
No, windows. So I guess I was wrong. Okay, so after this is all over, I'm keeping track of everybody's karaoke song, and we're all going to get together, and I'm going to force every single person to sing karaoke. What is going to be your go-to karaoke song?
You know, I haven't done karaoke in a really long time, but when I was in school, our favorites were songs like Summer Days or Summer Nights.
Yeah.
Black Velvet was another one I sang a lot.
Oh,
but I tell you what, Mr. Clark, we have a lot of musical talent on our staff.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of people that maybe their hidden talent is some singing and some instruments and stuff, but I think going karaoke would be a blast, especially now hearing what some of people's actual go-to songs are. It would be worth the price of admission. I definitely think so. Okay, we're getting into the lightning round. I'm going to ask you some questions as quickly as possible, and I want you to give me an answer as quickly as possible. But it's all about your favorite stuff, so it should be really easy. Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. What is your favorite food and drink?
Crab legs.
And what's your favorite drink?
Drink? Oh goodness, I love Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay, what's your favorite word?
Amazing.
Amazing, and that's what I used to describe you when I introduced you. What is your favorite sound?
I love sounds like birds chirping and lawnmowers running and kids playing in the street.
So kind of the summer types of sounds. What is your favorite smell?
Lilac.
That was I'm trying to think who I just talked to that actually liked lilac as well. That's pretty cool. What's your favorite type of music?
Country.
What's your favorite place to visit?
Seaside, Florida. I love the beach there.
Nice. And finally, who is your favorite fifth grade teacher named Clark?
Lance, of course.
Fantastic. That's the right answer for that one. Okay, well done. Just have a couple more questions before we get finished here. First of all, and I think you kind of answered this one earlier, but what have you been doing to beat the boredom during the social distancing away from school?
So I did sort of answer, but I didn't give you many specifics. Specifically, I'm learning how to bake bread. An interesting science experiment trying to making a starter, which is kind of like a yeast, and it gets really, really bubbly. And I failed. I've had to start over twice. It hasn't worked yet,
No.
but it's a really long process, and I have a ton of time, so why not try it?
That's true. We do actually have a lot of time, so at least maybe you'll have it perfected by the time we get back. And then finally, what would you like to say to the kids of West Dodge Station?
I miss you. I miss you all tremendously. I hope that your work is busy and learning some new skills. To my kindergartners and second graders, we missed our program, and that makes me sad. And I hope though at home you are singing, dancing, and moving your bodies around. And I'm so excited to see you. And I'm planning fun next year. So I miss you, and I hope to see you very soon.
Fantastic. Well, I just want to give a huge thank you to Mrs. Parker for joining me today. Join us again next time for Quarantine with Clark. See you soon.